Poodle.
Yeah.
A panicking Kate has just run into the Bondi clinic with Pearl. The Poodle was having a haircut when she suddenly started bleeding into her skin.
They just said quickly get her to the
Okay,
bed.
I can come through now. She's never had anything like this before.
No.
No?
Red welts started appearing on Pearl's underbelly and are now engulfing her whole body.
And what that dark discoloration is where some blood vessels are burst and we're actually getting blood seeping in through the skin there. So it's quite an abnormal reaction. My theory is that the bleeding we're seeing into her skin is just the very start of it. If she's hemorrhaging internally, then within minutes she could bleed out and just die from blood loss.
It's okay, Pearly.
As a vet, you're always taught that when you see those hemorrhages appearing in the skin, think about one condition, DIC, disseminated intravascular coagulation. It's incredibly serious. The whole circulation essentially becomes like jelly. It's like someone throws a handful of jelly crystals in there and the whole blood just starts to set.
Sit. Pearl, enough.
She's never had any...
She's scared.
Yeah.
I know she's scared.
It can kill them in minutes and you have to act quickly. So with Pearl, I'm filling her with fluids and giving her a shock dose of steroids to try to reverse that process.
Do what has to be done.
Yeah, you might come and put a hand on her because she's trying to come towards you.
Zoe.
At the Bondi Referral Hospital SASH, 1-year-old Zoe is in agony after a 10-metre dive onto a concrete driveway.
How did it happen? Okay, babe.
She jumped off the second floor balcony.
Okay. You saw her jump.
Yeah, I saw her jump.
Oh, goodness, you poor thing.
I love my heart went from here down to here. And I was too scared to look over the balcony, you know, because I thought I'd see her just laying there, but she wasn't there. And I thought, well, she's got up and walked, you know.
Looking at the way it's hanging there, I'm quite worried that she's got a broken leg. Hey, puppy girl, we'll make you feel better now.
Lisa is taking Zoe out to the treatment room to give her pain relief and to find out just how bad the fracture is.
Oh,
Feel it, see that?
that's crunchy. The bone shard is actually punctured through the skin, so it's not the kind of fracture we like to deal with because it means that that bone is exposed to infection and bugs stop fractures from healing. And I guess if we don't treat this aggressively, she could lose that leg.
I know. Sit. Sit, sweetie. Sit. Sit.
Pearl is fighting for her life after she suddenly started bleeding internally.
What really worries me about Pearl right now is that I can't even see a vein to put that drip into. That says to me that her blood pressure has crashed. It's incredibly low. If this has occurred, then perhaps what's going on inside her body is DIC, disseminated intravascular coagulation. If it's DIC, she could have minutes to live.
What I'm doing at the moment is I'm putting a lot of fluid through her system right now.
So the fluid that I'm pumping in now, you can see how fast it's going in, is really going to help.
Okay, stop.
One of Kate's daughters is ringing for news on Pearl.
You can get it if you want.
No, I'm holding her. They can wait. She's a great dog. She's just one of the family. I have 2 other daughters and she's the 3rd daughter. So I have 3 girls.
Right now, Kate's 4-legged daughter is her top priority.
Michaela, I can't talk to you. Would you go home on the bus with Madeline? Go home on the bus with Madeline. I'll see you at home.
The dose of steroids I'm giving her is incredibly fast acting, but also incredibly powerful. If she does have DIC, then it will act in seconds to hopefully prevent it.
That's a girl. I know.
So when I give this injection here,
Yeah.
you may notice her breathing changes a little bit. That's just a sign it's going through her circulation.
At Bondi, a powerful dose of steroids has helped stabilise Pearl.
Here to help you. It's going to be okay.
The poodle started hemorrhaging blood during a grooming session at the dog salon.
What I might do now is just get a blood sample from her.
Pearl's improvement has convinced Chris she's not suffering from the lethal blood disease DIC. But the poodle is still not out of danger.
All right, we're just going to run some tests on that.
Okay.
It's a really simple test that might give me a clue, and that clue could save Pearl's life. So I just want to show you this. So
Yeah.
what I've done, I put some of her blood on a slide here.
Yeah.
It's now been about 3 minutes since I did it.
Yes.
It should have really formed a thick jelly,
Right.
but
And it's not.
you can see that it's
Yep.
still quite liquid.
Yep.
My feeling is that
Yep.
what's happening inside her body is she's just lost the ability to clot her blood.
Right. Yep. Like a haemophilia.
Yeah, exactly right. I would say her problem is that she has a lack of platelets.
Right.
The platelets' role is whenever any little blood vessel is torn, they group together and form a plug and stop that blood vessel from bleeding. This would have been bubbling away in her system for probably a few weeks, but today it's at its worst. And with those clippers going over her, they've caused multiple bleeds, but thankfully, someone noticed. Imagine if she was a black poodle.
Yeah.
They may not have seen it.
Yeah.
In a way, the haircut could have saved her life.
Yeah.
Provided we keep her blood volume up, then if she has a few little bleeds here and there, we can handle that.
Yes.
But if she keeps on bleeding the way she has been, then it's going to get serious pretty quickly.
The blood sample will now be sent to the lab to confirm a lack of platelets is the cause of Pearl's frightening condition.
You be a good girl for mummy.
But right now, Chris's main concern is to keep the distressed poodle as calm as possible.
I don't think sitting still is part of Pearl's go, but for her to really stop any more bleeding, then that's exactly what she has to do. I said rest, don't protest. Okay? Rest, not protest. Yeah?
Good girl. I know, it's sore, isn't it?
Zoe has cheated death after an ill-fated leap from a second-storey balcony.
Ready?
X-rays confirm she has smashed her right leg in 4 places.
Oh, that is a mess.
Incredibly, Zoe has escaped any internal injuries.
It's unbelievable. When I look at these images, the only fractures I can find are in her back feet. The rest of her body seems okay. It's just amazing.
Hello, my darling. Mummy's here, darling. Mummy's here.
It's a complicated surgery. All the bones in that foot are broken and it's going to take a long time to repair that. Poor Gwen is absolutely traumatised by what's happened. I mean, she's in more shock than the cat is.
She's my baby. She's my baby. She really is. Mummy's a gorgeous girl, isn't she?
Later that night at the Bondi Clinic, Kate and her worried daughter Madeline have arrived to visit Pearl.
Can she get up?
That's okay. That's fine.
Papa, shh. Just move. Oh, Pearl, darling.
What she has on under her skin is pretty dramatic.
It's just so sad. I can't believe this happened to her. Do you think she'll be okay, or...?
I guess I just don't know at the moment. The whole idea of keeping her inside is so she can rest.
Love you.
After having a poodle myself as a kid, I know that they're intelligent. For Pearl, though, this intelligence is almost her own worst enemy. She's analysing this situation and freaking out as to why she's in here and why everyone is all over her.
Bye, beautiful. Love you so much.
She's taken a dive from a balcony. Super cat.
Why did you do that?
And smashed up her foot.
Did you think you had wings?
At SASH, Andrew Marchevsky is ready to start major reconstructive surgery on Zoe's fractured foot.
It's amazing, she fell from about 10 metres and doing a few calculations, that means she hit the ground at about 50 k's an hour. All she's done is broken one foot and got a little crack in the other. I mean, it's an awful injury, but it's amazing that's all she's done. Oh, it's crunchy. I'm just going to try and expose the bone ends
Andrew will now place pins in both ends of the fractured bone to try to anchor the break together.
The problem here is the bones are so fragile, I can't grasp them with any instruments as such because they'll just end up shattering if I'm not very careful. Potentially we'd be looking at an amputation. All right, that's good. I think the foot already looks a little less swollen. That's nice. Couldn't look any better than that. That's really good.
Right, Zoe, you want to go back to bed now? Yeah, back to bed.
In the short term, we're worried about swelling of those toes, and it's important that we allow some give in the bandage so that they do swell, doesn't cut off the circulation, because that can happen like that.
Now it's a top cage, so don't fall out. No jumping.
Let's have a look at you.
Next morning, Pearl's internal bleeding is under control, but Chris is still waiting for her test results to come back.
Chris, got your next appointment here, Mr. Heron. Okay.
A surprise visitor at reception is about to become a welcome distraction.
How you going? How are you? I'm Chris.
Yeah, Ron Heron.
Lovely to meet you, Ron. I thought you had an animal. Sorry. Come on through.
Over the years, there's been many presents from grateful patients.
So you're an artist, are you?
I saw it and I couldn't resist painting.
But today, Chris is about to receive the ultimate compliment.
I'm a bit nervous, Ron. I don't know what to expect here. Ron, that is very, very special. Don't know why Ron's come here first with it, because surely there's still time to enter the Archibald, isn't there?
Thank you.
It's very kind of you.
Could I have a photo taken?
Yeah, of course.
We do. Paintings are better than photographs. They fade and they get thrown away, but you've got a painting for life, haven't you? Smile.
Now I just have to find the right place for it. I've got an idea.
All good, but Neil, the clinic manager, has to give the final seal of approval.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's good likeness.
Yeah.
I like it.
What I like about it being in here is that it's understated.
Very understated.
It's very modest.
Very modest, yeah.
The best thing about that picture is the fact that it's Lisa's dog that I'm photographed with, little Lucas. So that means I can give it to Lisa, right? Christmas, birthdays, combined.
Oh, it's really nice what that guy's done. That's
No,
great.
it is actually really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just another day.
It is.
What are you doing? Feel a bit funny. Let's go see Mum.
Over at Sash, an anxious Gwen is allowed to see her best friend for the first time since Zoe's major surgery.
Yes, okay, puppy girl. Hey, my puppy girl. Hey, puppy girl.
So, hello, Zoe.
Oh, she got so excited when you were
Mummy's here, darling. I've only had it 12 months, but I feel as though I've had it forever. Just walk in the house and it's just so different, you know.
Gwen is 78 years old and this was a really traumatic experience for her. She keeps reliving that night when she saw her cat just fall off the balcony. I think she's probably suffering from a little bit of post-traumatic stress herself.
She loves her mummy, don't you, darling? She sits on the lounge and we watch TV together. And we watch all the animal shows, don't we? Beautiful girl, soon be home. Soon be home.
Dear Lisa, I just knew you had to have this. So happy birthday. Yes, I'm a bit early.
Maybe it's a huge box of chocolates. Yeah.
It doesn't feel like chocolates.
At Sash, an intriguing parcel has arrived for Lisa.
Oh my lord.
It looks exactly like Lucas.
It does. It looks better than Chris. Oh no! Look at it! Oh, Lucas looks amazing. Lucas looks unbelievable. Chris is wearing lipstick.
I don't know why Chris has given me this picture. I think, you know, I don't know what he wants me to do with it.
Is that for you to go on your wall at home?
I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do with that.
Yeah, that'd stop you having babies for a while.
I think so.
That's enough. I think that'll work better until you can take him home, Lisa.
Hello to you. What are you doing?
Back at Bondi, Chris is happy with Pearl's improvement.
So you're pretty up here, aren't you? But, oh, geez. Keep you away from mirrors for a few days, huh?
But her family are still waiting for news about the blood test.
Hello. How you going? All right, so Pearl's doing okay today. What I've done, I ran a whole lot of tests on her body to make sure her kidneys were performing well, her liver was functioning normally. That's all fine.
Yep.
So she's pretty healthy. The one thing she's lacking is platelets. And so what we can do is actually give her steroid tablets. That's going to stop her own body from destroying her own platelets.
Okay.
Okay? If we do that, then she's going to be like any other dog, just with a really bad haircut.
I haven't seen it yet. And that costs a lot of money.
So let's try to focus on the healthy dog rather than the dodgy haircut, okay? To now be able to send Pearl home, it means there's many more happy days ahead and hopefully many more better haircuts than she's already had. You know, sometimes, Pearl, in fashion, you have to be risky. Taking risks gets results. That's what you've done. I'm sorry, Pearl. Yeah.
Hey, Zoe. Look where we are.
A week after her disastrous balcony dive, Zoe is well enough to return to the scene of the crime.
My goodness.
Hello, Gwen. Look who we've got.
You want to get out? What's
Oh, my goodness.
No jumping, no jumping.
It's such a nice feeling to bring Zoe home to Gwen. I mean, the look on her face when she saw her baby come back home was just priceless.
It feels absolutely wonderful. You've been so wonderful. She is my baby. She is so beautiful.
You wait there, Zoe. There is one thing that's going to change in this household, though, and that is the balcony is out of bounds. Zoe has to stay inside, and I think Gwen's going to stick to that. My goodness, that is a serious drop.
It's a miracle. It's honestly, it's a miracle.
I cannot believe that Zoe fell off this balcony and lived.
Well, you can sit there. That doesn't matter. You can sit there. You can sit anywhere you like, darling, but not on the balcony.
Hi, I'm Dr. Danny Dusek from Bondi Vet. If you love our show and want to see more, plus some amazing content about pets and how to care for them, hit the subscribe button. Click that little notification bell and we'll see you on our next video.